So guys, we are back here and we've got a super surprise for you. We've got our guys, or the right guys I should say.
I don't actually have you. Can you give me some you? I need some you. Still don't
I
have
don't know
anything?
what's wrong with you, man. I didn't change anything.
Oh god, did I break it?
Possibly.
Possibly. At any rate, if you can hear me, we're doing something awesome.
Hear you.
But, I still don't hear you. Hold on 1 second.
Press these things in at the top. Wait. They sometimes come out. There you go. Try it now.
Yes,
now
much
can
better.
you hear me?
Yes. Okay, so what we are doing is something really tricky. What we have actually done right now is we've jumped into the running game of SK versus eHome. It's now 15 minutes into the game. The kills are 8 for eHome versus 4 for SK. And yes, I am indeed Katarina, and I need to use the Summoner Observer spell. There we go.
We have, by the way, guys, what happened here, you notice that the walls and the GUI is quite big. I guess we can change it in a couple of seconds here, but we did log into an account that the right guys over in LA were using, so that's why, you know, it's different to before. We're going to try and fix that one for you. It's a Chinese client, always you know, fun to work our way through. Yeah. And then HUD scale.
That should be the HUD scale. Yeah, I can do it blindly now. There we go. Beautiful. And actually, I was talking to the Millennium guys who were observing this game over SK's shoulders, so they were, I could just see them standing there wide-eyed. They did not expect to be the Chinese team to be this good, and they're saying SK are completely shocked and surprised as well. eHome apparently are playing extremely well. So let's have a quick look at the lanes right now, and oh, there's a disconnect, it seems, from Candy Panda. Alright, that would be unfortunate.
Oh, Wicked! What is it? Oh, Wicked!
Wicked is getting super low, but Snoopy is coming in right now with the giant. That's the beautiful GP ulti actually taking him down. Is Snoopy gonna get the kill, or is nope, he's not? And look at that spell vamp there. He actually has to pop the ultimate just to be safe. Wow. That was amazing.
Hey, I tell you what there from Wicked, that was overconfidence if I've ever seen it. Decides to chase Rumble away. Rumble just turns in there, smashes him, and, well, the ultimate coming in from Gangplank to finish off. I am, you know, somehow not surprised that eHome are giving SK such a great game at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see how it kind of all works out. It's 9-4 at the moment, 17 minutes gone in this one. Not sure if we've had any Dragon picked up, obviously, because we weren't observing this game, as it were. But look at this. We are seeing eHome now pushing straight in here onto this bottom lane. That turret is going down, ladies and gents. There's no way they're going to keep this one alive. Gangplank just dealing with those minions. They've got a good creep wave with them there as well. And in the middle, we are going to be seeing a gank here, maybe onto Anivia. No, Tariq not quite getting into range to get that stun off. And there goes that bottom turret. Let's have a look at the scoreboard here. Ocelot 2-0-2. Nif 0-3-2, Wicked 0-3-1.
Wow.
Not great there from Wicked. Snoopy 1-2-1. On the other side, we've got Gangplank 2-0-3. We've got a Vayne at 3-1-1. That's dangerous if I ever saw it. 1-1-3 for Rumble. And Akali 3-1-1.
Akali's...
Don't feed me Akali.
Yes, exactly. Don't do that. She almost has a Hextech Gunblade there. And that's exactly the point that the Akali wants to reach. She wants to get to that Hextech Gunblade. And all of a sudden, her power just spikes. And look at what a bully that Rumble can be there to Wicked in top lane. And Wicked, widely considered one of the best top lane players in Europe, but that Rumble gives no damns. He's like, I'm going to push you out of even creep experience range. That's amazingly played here. And obviously he has his Will of the Ancients already, and already the Giant's Belt, which is going to build into a Crystal Scepter for additional slow, of course. And eHome are taking a dragon even while they are pressuring middle with Vayne. It's beautiful. Look at how quickly that went. That's some amazing play. Let's have a quick look at builds there. It looks very, very conservative from Wicked there. Enemy builds not much to write home about. Gangplank actually going for a Sheen, so building an aggressive jungle Gangplank. There's the Hextech Gunblade. And the Vayne not building early attack speed, but rather going straight damage after the lane sustain. That's the Lantern, of course. Ocelote playing a super safe build with a Rod of Ages first. I don't see that very often for Ocelote. Candy also going for the lane sustain in form of a Lantern and a couple of Duran's Blades. And Nif obviously building a support build, and Snoopy not going anywhere. That's going to be a Banshee's fail, so he's going to be very tanky as well. I don't see where they hope for the damage to come from, honestly, SK. Currently, Ezreal doesn't really have much damage like this, and Ocelote with the Rod of Ages first, you know, that's not much damage either.
Yeah, and they're constantly pressuring this middle lane here. That Akali obviously going to be a real tough one to a real tough nut to crack. Now
She's
3-1, and she's
dancing.
dancing.
Beautiful. She's building a Guardian Angel next, it seems like. That's another build that we see sometimes on Akalis, which is very, very annoying because the Hextech Gunblade just gives her enough damage and enough CC, and then she can be just like, yeah, you know what, if you kill me, I'm going to come back and kill you all over again. So very, very annoying build there.
Oh, gank at top, Gangplank getting into position here. Wicked's full HP though, and that the turret's not all that healthy, and Wicked's again going to go in very aggressively. Gangplank ulti coming in. What's this going to turn out like? Actually, Gangplank just trying to kite that turret around, and the kill comes in, and again, Wicked was playing far too aggressive for my money there. We do see Snoopy coming in. He's not going to be able to kill Gangplank at that kind of health, although Ocelot may be able to offer something in towards it here. And look at Gangplank, he's just running back, and he's probably going to run straight into the fountain, right?
Yeah, Niv actually taking a bit of damage. They should be fine though. Yeah, Gangplank, where did he go? There he is. He's still running.
Actually, he got away, which shouldn't have happened. Oh, and look at this. Oh, Vayne was there. Candy Panda was a little bit lucky that they didn't hang around there. That could have been a death to Candy Panda.
And look at this, the BF sword and 2 Durance blades versus 3 Durance blades. I think she has the bigger blade there. And top turret went down as well. This is looking extremely good for eHome. Their lineup, though, very, very standard. This would be completely normal to see in European metagame. So no Asian metagame, unfortunately. Oh, is there going to be a good stun here? There's a stun on Snoopy. That's obviously not the person you want to stun. And Akali is running as well. Wicked is so far behind right now. That's just... Let's have a very quick sneaky look at the CS there. Wicked is at 125 versus 135 on Rumble. But 213 versus 041. Oh man, that hurts to even pronounce. So that could be the first upset of the tournament right here, Joe. I mean, it's a bit early. The SK can still turn this around. They have one of the best team fights in the world, I think. But eHome are totally dominating the lane phase here. No question about it.
Yeah, but we've seen before the lane phase is not everything. I mean, the problem is you get too far behind from the lane phase, and then obviously it's a bit of a foregone conclusion. But I still don't want to count an experienced team like SK out of this one. I mean, it's what, 10-4? Ooh, ulti from Ezreal.
Yeah, just shooting it off because he blue pills anyway. May as well.
He's going to go home with that one. Up at the top, Wicked just farming through there with his ulti. Gangplank coming down, does have red and blue buff, so this Gangplank going to start to cause some real pain. Not that he hasn't already, of course, but...
And I can see one pink ward on the enemy team on SK, so none of them seem to have oracles. That is just, you know, that's exactly what an Akali likes to see. They have one pink ward. Okay, so the first time she engages, they put on the pink ward, they disengage, and next time Akali engages, they have no answer to her Shroud. Obviously, the Shroud is that circular ability. As long as Akali's in there and not attacking, she is invisible and cannot be targeted unless you have a pink ward or an Oracle's Elixir. That's a little eye over your head. I try to be a little bit more noob-friendly. I heard that feedback. Sometimes I just assume a little bit too much knowledge, so I'm trying to do that. Candy Panda right now jumping in. There's the exhaust. There's a flash from Taric. Very good wall for Ocelot. That could be a kill against the Taric, but beautiful defensive Gangplank ulti. Not much they can do. Oh, there's Akali. The damage on Candy Panda is amazing. And she's sticky to him, so he has to flash out right now. Akali needs to be a little bit careful, but there's Vayne right now. And oh, Candy Panda died to Akali. Must have been an ignite. And yep, there's also a lot of falling as well. Vayne still once more putting good damage against Nif right now, but there's the stun from Wicked. And that's going to be them safe for now. But that was 2 deaths on SK side. Ocelot and Candy Panda, the 2 damage dealers. The ones that you don't want to see dying.
Oh, they've just wasted
that pink ward as well. Oh, man. Obviously, the Gangplank Oracles is a beautiful counter to pink wards. And that's just, that's 150 gold that SK just threw out the window there.
Yep, and this turret's going to fall down easy. Snoopy should just get away from that one. I mean, his Banshee's Veil's just come up, and he's in a position where they can just pop it, and then he's like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, that was not great.
Yeah.
We are seeing Rumble again pushing this top lane. Doesn't have the creeps with him to actually finish stuff off there. But again, I have to. I feel that last kill again was some overconfidence, some overstretching on SK's part, and that's something we've seen from them in this game. In the limited time that we've been able to watch it, that they have overstretched. Wicked in particular has done it at least twice that we've seen, and that last kill as well was a similar situation. So eHome, obviously, they're a great set of players. It's not like this is a super upset or anything. Of course, SK are the best in Europe, but at the end of the day, the Asian League of Legends scene, whilst it's unknown, that doesn't mean that it's bad or something, To
be fair, the last fight, there was a beautiful wall from Ocelot, and they could conceivably had a Kali there, but after the Gangplank ulti, they should have just bailed a lot more quickly. And oh, look at that! eHome see them at Dragon, they're like, okay, you take Dragon, we take Nasher. And I don't think SK can actually get here in time unless they scare eHome off, and it does look like they're easily scared. Rumble is going to put some distance out there. Beautiful flash in from Snoopy, who's trying to steal it. He stole it! No, did he?
No.
Oh, sorry, I got excited a little bit too soon there because it didn't die immediately. All right, did not steal it. And that's a double kill for Vayne, I think. Yeah, it's looking very bad, Joe. Very bad.
What's Vayne on right now? 6-1-1?
Yeah, that's not good.
Infinity Edge already built. Zeal's coming in there as well. So Vayne, she already scales nicely into the late game anyway. But when you feed her, well,
yeah, it's
obviously it's a little bit more difficult to counter her presence. There we go again. We are going to see them maybe go around the tower and pushing for some kills. The wall just doing pretty much nothing. The stun comes out as well. The call is like, I'm going to engage you, I don't care. And they are now chipping away on this inhib. Rumble needs to be a little bit careful. Snoopy had come in there. Oh, and that was a nice pulverize. Knocks him back in towards the rest of the team. And they've got that one kill, but again, Candy Panda a little bit overstretched. We did see the Akali go diving in on top of him. Didn't quite get the kill. Shroud was popped. Wicked's going to be able to clear this one out. But they've lost the turret. They've lost the inhibitor. Bottom lane is cleared right back onto that base turret. Top lane is going to follow here by the looks of things. Vayne and who else is there? Akali going up there. So, two players who can push these lanes very quickly. They've, unfortunately for them, got to go pretty far back to clear the minions out quick. But still, it's not going to take long, I think, for eHome to get into a position where they can finish off this game.
Easily enough. Guardian Angel built on Akali. She's going to go home right now. She's probably going to build the Crystal Scepter next. That's another core item for Akali's. Because once you are sticky and you stick on your enemy with the ultimates, you do want them to be slowed. And nope, she builds a Sheen next. Okay, all right. She just wants more damage. She doesn't mind about not being that sticky because she can just kill people right away. And look at that Ezreal. That's just no damage. He built a Sheen now on top of his Doran's blades, but that's just still no damage.
Too late.
Yeah, exactly. It's still no death cap finished on Ocelot. I don't see where they hope for the damage to come from. Let's have a look at Wicked, and he still hasn't finished his Trinity Force. The enemy has things like a Gunblade,
and Guardian's Angel. I'm already building up with a Sheen.
And still no Trinity Force on Wicked. Wow. It's very, very unfortunate here. SK seem to have lost this game. We didn't see the game from the very beginning, but from what I heard, it's just a very aggressive play from eHome, super aggressive and super well done. And that's exactly the picture that we saw as well. eHome take every little advantage, and if it's just Wicked pushing a little bit too far out, they go and they seize that advantage. And 15-5 right now, the kill score.
Yeah, and one point to make, I guess. SK were late this morning for the tournament. I think an hour late as well.
Yes.
And from the time that they should have been here for the the check-in time, so to speak. And then that means that they then had to hurry up and get themselves sorted. They did do all their runes and stuff yesterday, that has to be said, so it wasn't like they were rushed into it. But still, when you come late for a game and you have to go straight in there, maybe not having the right chat, maybe not getting what they wanted in terms of the picks and bans.
Maybe just not being warmed up.
Not being warmed up as well, yeah. Not being in the right frame set. They've just walked in, they've sat down, and they've played. So that could be a bit of a knock for SK. Obviously, the tournament's not over, even if they lose here against eHome. There's still IG and CG to play for SK. So, yeah, but this game is looking like it's a bit of an uphill struggle for them
and
after
honestly,
29 minutes.
Yeah, and honestly, if you're an hour late to a tournament, that's no one's fault but your own. I saw the manager running around frantically trying to reach them on the phone as well, so I guess they had no confidence in us restoring the tournament. That they just said, we don't need to come in time because it's not going to happen anyway. It is happening, and it looks like SK are going to start it with a defeat. just really, really unfortunate. I mean, I really like those guys. Some people on Team Liquid said that after I made my prediction that they have no chance against CLG, they said, why am I hating on SK? I'm not. I like these guys. I talk to them almost every day. They're really nice people. But at the moment, it just doesn't look like they're at the top of the game. And eHome is absolutely flooring me here. It's just beautiful play. And I think, Joe, we're going to watch eHome versus IG next. That's the game that I want to see, actually.
Yeah, that's looking like the game that we're going to be moving on to rather than SK versus CG, although they are also two teams in need of a win as well. But I don't know. I think SK will pick it up for that one. CG didn't look so great in that. And, you know, SK haven't lost this game yet, so let's not say that. But I'm an optimist. I don't know about that. But from SK's point of view, this is looking to be an uphill struggle of a bit of a bigger magnitude than I think they're able to pull off at this stage of the tournament. From what we've seen, actually, they're going to dive in here onto Akali. In fact, the engagement comes in. Look at Akali. She's still got half HP. Nice stun from Nif, but it's not going to keep up. Look at Akali is ridiculous, and she's like, I'm diving straight in there. You can kill me. I don't care. I'm coming back alive, and I've still got 75% HP, unless the tower's nearly flooring.
Nope, she's fine. No one died.
Wow.
No one died from eHome versus 3 deaths on SK. It's very unfortunate for SK, and I think that's game now. I don't think they can come back from this. And that was exactly what you said. SK had a slow on Akali, but so what? Even if they had killed Akali, she would have just come back with a Guardian Angel there. A beautiful wall, not going to kill her still. And that was just not a very good engage there from SK. They engaged through 2 AoE ultimates from the enemy. Gangplank and Rumble ultimates were down. They had to engage through that. And when you're behind, that's the last thing you want to do. So just not played correctly there by SK. And oh, Snoop is crazy. And actually, they get Vayne for it. So that was so crazy after all. They get Vayne and Taric for it. And
Rumble's dead as
Rumble.
well.
Wow, sorry, Snoopy, you're not crazy. You're a genius. That was beautifully played. Don't think it's going to... Oh, okay, defensive ultimate, yeah. And look at that as well. That's a very untypical build, so that's maybe a little bit of Chinese metagame that we're seeing here. He's actually building a Sheen after the Warmox. Usually, when you say Warmox, the next thing you say in Europe and US is always Atmas. It's just logical, right? He doesn't seem to care about logic. He just goes for a probably Trinity Force there, which is a good amount of damage as well. And I mean, the Warmox by itself is good enough. I hope he did not disconnect there, because I don't see a blue pill. Ah, there you go. He just forgot to press the B button. That happens. Happens to the best of us.
So, as we stand right now, 32 minutes into the game, the score is 18-8. And we have, let me run down the individual scores of the players. Ocelot 216, Candy Panda 234, Nif 343, Wicked 062, Snoopy 145. Over on the other side, PDD 514. Lucky 4010, CR 0212, Max 238, and Illy. I can't read the name right from here. I think it is Illy.
It's Illy.
Right?
I'm guessing Illy.
721 with Vayne, who now has a Banshee's Veil, Phantom Dancer, and the Infinity Edge complete. And eHome are like, right, so that last fight didn't go so well, guys. What do we need? Oh, yeah, that's right. We need a Baron.
Which is free, because they can take it in half a second and don't even bother that much about the enemy ward. Akali was mid the whole time. They didn't even need Akali there. Oh boy, oh boy. I want to see what SK have to say about this right now. And look at that, he has a Bloodthirster now. A Sheen Bloodthirster, it's not that much damage. Look, Akali can just swallow damage just with the armor from Guardian Angel. They don't know who to engage on. They really don't have anyone to engage on. Wicked is now stunned. They are still not going in. There is an ultimate from Gangplank now. Good damage against Snoopy. Snoopy has to use his ultimate already. Is stunning people back. Look at the damage on Nif. The Nif's going very low, and there she goes down.
They're all dead, I think.
Akali actually went down. Her Guardian Angel was down, but yeah, that's all of SK wiped pretty much. And Wicked is going to down one more time, bringing his final score to 1-7-2. And that's game right there.
GG, eHome picking up the victory here over SK, which means Group A, which we are in, second day of the tournament, Group A nonetheless. Well, it's not looking like most people would have predicted.
No,
eHome and Invictus going to be top of the table, joint obviously with 3 points each, although I guess IG get the first place because their time was a little bit less in their first game.
Yes.
But, you know, semantics, whatever. And then we'll have Cross Gaming and SK with 0 points, which means our next 2 games coming up are the 2 table toppers against the 2 table bottomers, which doesn't make that much sense. But there we go. There's the final score screen for you, by the way. Lucky 5-0-14 with Gangplank. That's a nice scoreline. Obviously, we saw that Vane, who is now 10-2-2 at the finish. Wicked, he'll be pretty happy that the stream, that the observers actually dropped him from the scoreboard.
But I remember it was 1-7-2. 1-7-2.
Not going to forget that one.
Nope.
Not the best game that we've ever seen in the world from Wicked.
Nope.
But at the end of the day, a great performance from eHome. I don't want to bash on SK for losing this one because eHome quite obviously are a great side, and we're going to be seeing them in action next against Invictus. SK will be taking on Cross Gaming. Not 100% sure which game we're going to be going into. We'll have a little bit of a discussion about that one, but of course we shall be back here in,
by the way, guys,
10-15 minutes, I guess.
If you have preferences, let us know on the forums which game you'd rather see, and we'll maybe listen to you.
We may be able to get there with our Chinese internet.
Yeah.
We'll send our pigeon to the Riot servers to collect the messages for us a little bit later on. So yeah, I guess 10-15 minutes is the time we're going to take here to decide. Obviously the teams are going to have a bit of a chat now. SK already on their feet, eHome doing the same. So yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes, guys, to kick things off once again here at the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge in Guangzhou. Don't go anywhere.